everybody. How are we all doing? I'm Loomis, and with me just now we've got Noella.
Star shines on the hour of our meeting.
And hopefully soon we should have a Miki.
She's back.
Miki, are you back? I'll log into... Whoa! That sounded way closer
Super
than
close.
Yeah.
I assume they're at the windows.
Yeah. Don't appear to be in the building. See if we can... if it'll let us call it a night. It will not. Whoa! Yeah, this is something. Where are you at? Come and have a look over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we just
Mickey Mick says I'm here.
can we just no, I'm gonna say can we just like shut the window? That's fine now, we shut the window, don't worry about it.
Hey Miki, welcome in.
Hey Vicky. Ah, I won't let me in. But I shut the window.
Yeah.
It's nearly daylight, I think. What was that noise?
Yeah, it sounded like something taking damage.
There's like an explosion noise though.
Oh,
Like,
I didn't hear an
Mickey
explosion.
Mick says I'm still on the railroad.
Oop. Must be morning. The village is up.
I need to find out what that bang was. Oh yeah, because you were over the far side, weren't you, Miki? Where we found the zombie villager. Oh, it was the Iron Golem.
Yeah?
He's round the back. That must have been the bangs we heard.
Oop. Creeper.
Yeah, there's a load of rotten flesh. Like quite a bit. Yeah, the bangs are in wailing on them.
Is that a fox? I think that's a fox.
So, I did a bit of research.
Yeah?
And I found a YouTube video of the noise that villagers make when they buy it.
Right.
That was the noise I heard.
Ah.
I also heard a fox, and so I assumed that the first noise was also a fox. But it was not so.
So Anvil is gone.
I'm afraid so.
It's grim news.
It is. Did you already give me the track?
Yeah, looks like I did. I don't seem to have any in my inventory.
Oh, that's alright then. I didn't await it.
Unless I put it in storage somewhere, but I don't think I did.
So I've got some on me, so
Yeah.
must have done. I didn't realise. I didn't know it. Oh well. No loss.
Mickey Mick says I hear a zombie.
Monk Earth.
You're still in the tunnels
Railway.
that Noellen was digging.
Really bad phone.
Mickey Mick says what's in your head? Zombie 3.
The same old theme since 1916.
Yeah, love that show. So cool how they've like stuck to the original theme song for all those years.
Miki referenced the song "Zombie" by
Mickey
the
Mick
Cranberries.
says I'm coming back.
Nice. Which is about the troubles in Northern Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this context, the same old theme since 1916 refers to the 1916 uprising against British rule in Ireland. It's one of those where at first everybody was like, "Oh, what are you doing? Pack it in," and then the British military authorities executed those involved, and the Irish were like, "Oh, hold on now, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't just have people killed."
Nice job proving them right there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, people are like, come on, we're in the middle of like the biggest war that history has ever known. This is probably not the time. And they're like, I'd say maybe it is the time because you're doing that.
Hmm. I was with you up to a point, but
Yeah.
hmm,
Like, we've always fought on the same side, but now you've kind of torn it.
yeah,
Mickey Mc says, can I take down the dirt wall?
Yes, feel free.
yeah. Tear down the wall.
Tear down the wall. Crap.
Okay, so I think this whole place is fully lit now.
Nice. I can still hear skeletons and zombies. Oh, there's a second floor.
Oh, where's that?
Yeah, let me make my way back to.
I thought I'd run through it all. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't
Up
know. There you
here?
go.
Nope, that's not. Yeah.
Lewis,
hi.
follow me. There you go. I was looking for you. Up.
Ah, okay.
I got like 3 torches though.
Yeah, I'm running pretty low myself.
I'm out. Where does this come out?
Oh. Yeah, this is just straight out.
Mickey
Already
Mc
lit.
says, don't forget the broken tracks down here.
That's me. My next job.
Yeah.
I've got some tracks. I'm gonna come and do some repairs. Quite on beach. Yeah, that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my way back. Repair the tracks there. When I get back to Chasm B, I'll
Yeah.
get more stuff, and then I'll go and finish the relaying the track as far as Vault Zero. It's all fine from there onwards. I should say, as chief engineer, I'll issue an emergency halt order to all railway business except between.
Mickey Mc says, I survived.
Hey, well done. Except between Chasm B and East Market and Vault Zero and Tyson's Market.
Hmm.
The other lines are currently closed for maintenance.
Okay.
Oh, do you want any seeds back, sir? Sir, do you want these seeds? Oh, he's not picking them up because he's got nowhere he can sow them because he's wrecked up the place.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I think we can take it down and move it straight away, as long as we redeploy it straight away.
Yeah, probably makes sense to do. Just move it a couple of squares away.
Yeah, and then he won't jump over the fence. Is it an axe?
Well, he's
Did he just immediately wander off?
he lost it. He's a mason now.
Is it that quick? I thought you were only if they went without it for a specific period of time. Oh, well that's torn it.
Yeah. Oh well.
I misunderstood the mechanic.
I think
thought
it's.
that-
I think it's if they've got levels in it.
Then it's so long before it despawns, as it were.
Yeah, he had no XP in the job, so he just dropped it instantly.
Poop.
Yeah.
Well, I've ruined that, haven't I?
Ah, well. Also, yeah, the fact that he went to the masonry block is further proof.
That confirms what we already suspected, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anvil is dead.
Again.
Yeah. What's that? For real?
Whoa!
this time?
Heads up, heads up.
Heads up.
Mickey Mc
If you're
says,
still-
where are you guys?
We've got a witch.
Got a witch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming back. We're at Stars on Sea, Miki. I'm just outside.
I was in the boathouse, I heard cackling.
Wait. It's not Anvil, is it?
I don't think so.
Village
got no.
witches?
I've not got visual. I just hear the cackling.
Can a villager be?
It's-
I mean,
Mickey Mc says, can villagers turn into witches?
that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. It sounds like it's right next to me. Like I. Whoa! Yeah.
That's it. That's a witch.
That's what I'm hearing. It sounds like she's right next to me. I don't know if she could be invisible.
They
Like-
can turn
Mickey
invisible.
Mc says, rip.
I'm doing the thing of like walking around trying to see if... Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Like walking around trying to see if I can see a distortion in the air.
Yeah.
Super close.
Yeah. Like,
Should be on the roof. Underwater.
really does sound like she's like I could reach out and touch her, but
She shouldn't be able to be on the roof because that lit it all up.
yeah, and like,
Hmm.
could she be in one of the boats, invisible?
Oh, that's creepily close. So,
I don't know if I can.
Mickey
Get
Mc
into it.
says, I have taken some melon slices.
fair enough.
Okay.
Could she be under the floor?
That was going to be my next question. You built this. Are there any spaces?
I honestly can't remember.
Like, could she be? Could she be in the roof space? I don't think it. There isn't a roof space, right? I don't. Doesn't look like
No.
this one.
There's no voids.
Hmm.
But I don't want to take the floor up because it's all stone and I don't want to ruin it.
I can try digging around it. Let me. Yeah.
I mean, I could go in through the... Could I go in through the harbour wall?
Hmm.
Oh, you're tunneling in from the side. Which it is dark now, by the way.
Yeah.
And I don't have torches to further light this up to make it safe.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I don't know if... Oops. I accidentally dug down.
Where are you, witch?
Show yourself.
Where is it? Where is she? She, it, them. Nowhere outside.
Whoop!
You found a void.
Oh, I found...
Oh, there's a void under here. Only a trivial one. I never finished.
I found the witch.
Mickey Mc says, can still hear my brother raging.
Does the witch have a name?
No. Also, they're about to kill me.
Don't. I'm coming.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping the witch would have a name, but no such luck. Wondering if it was like some monsters turn into other monsters if struck by lightning. I don't know. I was wondering if
That's the
maybe
thing.
a witch could be. I was wondering if a witch could be a villager struck by lightning, but apparently not.
Yes. I think,
Hmm?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or
But
can be.
Yeah, not in this case. The witch is zapped, Miki. Alright, I can fill this in the morning. I'm gonna sleep in the boathouse.
I'm just jogging over to the... Got gunpowder off it.
Illumus of Fail says ZZZ.
Move
So
over
yeah, there
bell.
was just a tiny space in there.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Yeah. But
Still got all kind of curses coming off of me.
have you?
Yeah.
Hey,
Witness, I
Bungie.
think?
Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Thank you. I hope you are as well. Thanks for dropping by.
Everything is awful, Bungie. Our zombie villager got offed.
Sad times.
Yeah.
Mickey Mac says everything is awesome.
Awesome.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah. Sad times.
Mickey Mac says everything is cool when you're part of a team.
You know what? I can't dispute that.
True. Yeah, after all the effort of bringing him back from the
Mickey
dead.
Mac says Enderman.
Oh,
Oh.
where that?
Mostly blocked the hole up.
Mickey Mac says home.
There. A visitor from afar.
What if it's the professor again?
Mickey Mac says probable professor visitor.
Yeah, there we go.
Mickey Mac says I can't spell.
For a few who can. Repairing the railway.
Mickey Mac says what is this English you speak of?
English? I hardly know it. So where did we take track up?
All over the place.
I've repaired it at Stars on Sea. And I've got an idea, 'cause it's wherever the track crossed sides, that's where they were the problem, weren't they?
Yeah.
So it'll be the down approach to East Market. Not East Market, Sandington.
Just ride the cart around and see where you fall off.
It's where where it takes that corner. Not on the corner, is it? But this corner. Change direction there. And we've got, on the down approach to Sandington is the next one. So in railway terms, lines are, or in British railway terms, I should say, other countries no doubt use their own systems. Good luck with the zombie problem, have a nice stream. Thank you, Bungie. Hopefully we'll replace our fallen comrade.
Yeah, hopefully.
Very low on
So-
that's ascendant. So in British railway terminology at least, lines are described as up or down. And up is towards your headquarters, down is away from them. So for a lot of railway companies, it was just wherever their headquarters were. Sometimes they just used the capital of the country, which I think is what we do nowadays
Yeah.
in British terminology. But whether that's some companies did it anyway, or whether that's because of British Rail, which is headquartered in London, I don't know. And like we use it even now, like now that there's private railway companies again, we still use up and down based on London, rather than the headquarters of each company. So for us, up is towards Casenby and down is away from it.
Right.
But we only have a single line, so it's more of a direction than a line.
Yeah.
It's all single track. Back at Casenby. And derailed.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were doing either.
Hey, Mickey. Go. That's relayed as far as
Mickey Mac says I am a K-line now.
nice.
Ninja Miki.
Ban though, because I do really badly in Dracula. Let's get some resources now. Repair the track. As we need to do it. And relay it. I'll finish relaying it up to Vault 0.
Mickey Mac says a K-line is a bully.
Yeah.
When I'm playing Ari, like half my moves don't work whenever she's in that cloud of smoke, which is a distressing amount of the time.
Yeah. Everybody has that problem.
I've never found it as bad when you Luxor Morgana, because you can slap down some AoE moves which you can't avoid. Or just fire off a root into the cloud and, you know, half the time you'll get it.
Yeah.
More than half the time, actually. Speaking of which, I've got that Lux mix stuck in my head.
Yeah, same.
Sunshine, sunshine, focus on the enemy. Oh, that's...
Focus on the battlefield. Focus on the enemy. A superior tactic.
that's it, yeah. It just keeps going round in my head. What I do is selling some of this rotten flesh, yeah.
Oh, I think we've lost Miki. Miki, what happened?
Someone set us up the bomb.
Oh, Miki's back.
What do I need? That should be it. Oh, fences. Fences. Those fences.
Mickey Mac says someone tried to use Lux as ADC last night.
Yeah.
And from the tried, I'm wondering if that was a success.
Mickey Mac says no, it wasn't.
Alas. And this is a completely out of fuel. But the bamboo chest is full of the delivery chest is full of bamboo, so it's fine. Oh, there's just a load of cobblestone in the mass-producing chest.
Yeah.
Mickey Mac says if Chicken's coop is around, ask him XD. It was hilariously infuriating.
Yeah, there's like 17 stone in the furnace on the mass-producing one. And then just the feed-in chest is full of cobblestone. Probably ready for bamboo cutting, but I've got a javelin.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I should have done. That didn't do. Why is the... Oh. In places, did you put track back down after you picked it up?
Not that I recall doing.
There's a couple of bits where there's like random sections of track like lying alongside
Mickey Mac
the
says there was.
railway.
Maybe then.
One long-term plan is if we get a what do we call it? Go on, you know the term. What's it called? Cartographer. Who sells item frames? I'm gonna fit each station with a clock, so that we know what time it is.
Yeah.
Before you set off anyway. Ah, there's a golem
Sounds
back in
good.
here. Cleared all them out, didn't I?
Yeah.
There's a golem back in. How'd you get in, son? Oh, they're going in off at top. Resources run out. Oh, do I? Don't have the resources right now to fix that. But kinda. Waste of precious.
Mickey Mc says I'm lagging so much XD.
Oh no.
Got dark out.
Get
Oh, you
somewhere
must
where I
have
can
failed,
dash
says
down.
ZZZ.
I've seen Morgana ADC before, well APC I guess.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
And that worked well. I saw Syndra APC as well, which was good.
Yeah.
Because it was
Whoop.
Star Guardian Syndra.
Got a ender friend here. It's vanished on me.
Different. I was playing Pajama Guardian Lux. There was a Star Guardian Syndra APC.
Nice.
That's actually safe. Ah, that's
Mickey
why.
Mc says that worked, right?
It did actually, yeah. Also, just dual Star Guardian bot lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the best one was I was Pajama Guardian Lux support, and it was Pajama Guardian Misfortune ADC. That's just great. It was the comfiest bot lane. Also, it's not technically Misfortune in the Star Guardian universe, is it? It's just Sarah.
Yeah. I guess so.
Mickey Mc
Yeah.
says Lux and I were both purple.
Nice.
That tastes purple.
Mickey Mc says it went badly.
Oh, that's not so good.
Hey, chicken scoop.
Mickey Mc says super badly.
What's the plan for today?
Oh. Oh, crap. Begone, fiend!
Back to the pit.
Back to the pit. Wow, there's a
More
whole
work
bunch
for
here, isn't there?
starters.
For now.
My starting plan for the day is to make a chamber where we can resurrect people more safely without shenanigans.
Ah! You're constructing the resurrection chamber.
Yeah. And then from there I will probably head back and keep working on the science labs.
It's chasing me. This is an unsafe area, I'm trying to leave.
I mean, Kazumbi Railways has the highest standards of safety.
It does, which is why I shouldn't be beyond its boundaries.
Mickey Mc says, so high.
Exactly. A torch is missing.
I know literally nothing about this.
Do. I've more or less
Mickey Mc
secured
says,
the
but what is construction without casualties?
True.
Yeah.
All those noises. Good thing this is the safest place to be.
Mickey the sadist. Was it really worth building if nobody died? I mean, you didn't sacrifice anything. You know what meaning is there?
But that's true. If you don't sacrifice something to do something, you know, does it mean anything to you? I would say not. True. Oh, as an update, the line between Chasmby and Stars on Sea is reopened for all traffic. The Vault line is still closed between Chasmby and Vault Zero, Vault Railways, or Chasmby. What are we still calling it Vault Railways, or are we calling it something else now? I think Chasmby Railways. They're the same thing.
Probably Vault Railways, yeah.
Could have changed the name if anyone has a strong opinion. Alright, yeah.
But we've already spent all that money on advertising.
Yeah, Vault Railways would like to apologise for any inconvenience this may cause. No refunds. What?
Yeah. Your sacrifice will be remembered, Miki.
Yes.
Cobblestone.
Cobblestone.
4, 1, 2, 3. Whoop! So I found a cavern.
Quite suddenly, it seems.
Yeah. A cavern with a...
Mickey Mc says, like the time Nando's sacrificed me as Anivia.
Ah, you've never gone that, have you? Neither have I, to be honest. Yeah, I don't feel good about it. I did want to save you, Miki.
A cavern with brick floor. Yeah.
Mickey Mc says it wasn't in vain.
If we'd been able to get you out, I would have waited if I could. Safe. Probably.
Oops. Oh.
Ah, so what's this about a chasm with a brick floor?
Yeah. It was the roof to the railway, I guess.
Ah. Did you just tunnel into the railway?
Not into where the line is, but opened up. It dug into an open area with brick floors, and I'm next to where the chasm is. So where the
Oh, wait, you're still in
railway is.
Star.
Sorry. Yeah.
Mickey Mc says I'm home now.
Nice.
Welcome home. Oops.
Yeah, there's quite a bit like sort of the stairwell, I guess if you want to call it that, that runs down to the station. That's quite an amount of space. Can't even words out.
Yeah.
Yeah, found iron. Nice.
Mickey Mc says I'm gonna renovate my cave.
That's like that as a phrase.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of iron, actually. Yeah, favoured.
Yeah. Raise the chasm.
Indeed. I didn't do the thing I needed to do there. Why didn't I do it? Don't know. There we go, done. I was reading about a railway tunnel. On a railway line. Maybe it's near us, maybe it's not, so in case anybody's able to deduce from these vague clues that I'm about to say. And apparently they're quite notorious, because in summer it was like unbearably hot. I think it must be quite a long tunnel, I guess, I don't know exactly. But in summer it'd get like unbearably hot. And in winter, because obviously you always get water dripping through tunnels, don't you? It's
Yeah.
kind of part of the thing. They do have massive icicles.
Yeah.
And so the first train in the morning, in the days of steam, would smash all the icicles in the tunnel that formed overnight. And like it was a known thing, and the crew would just like hide down at as low as they can get on the footplate, as the engine just smashed all the icicles off. But they had to change the plans when diesels were introduced because of all the broken windscreens. Because yeah, steam engines don't really have those. And have, you know, like all of the engine in front of the cab. Not so with a diesel where the cab's at the front and has a big old glass window.
Yeah. Getting dark out.
Neuralon says ZZZ. Elumus of Fail says ZZZ.
Huh.
I'll have to get him a pal.
Yeah. Dang it, I'm so close.
Such a shame that.
Yeah.
At least once we've got the resurrection chamber. Sorry, I just love that as a name. We will have defeated death itself. I mean, we'll have be able to do it in safety. Where did you site the resurrection chamber in the end?
So there was a small cave partway up the stairs from the railway.
Oh, there is, yeah.
Yeah. So I've just dug that out a bit.
I suppose one question we have to ask though. Would a villager be able to get to the village from there?
Yeah.
Well,
I think if necessary we can bully them up.
oh crap, oh crap. Oh man, oh no.
Find yourself some exciting times.
Fell through the track. Landed in a mine. Got to try and find my way back out. It's the one we cleared, but still. Or at least did some poking round in. It should be just up here. Get back out. It is. Whew. Still. Less than ideal. Thin veneer over a wild, lawless land. I think I'll have to relocate that there. Worked. You know that Yasuo says Hasagi, not Hasaki.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. I watched the Yas mix because there's a lot of those videos.
Yeah.
And I could hear that he was saying Hasagi, not Hasaki. Although the video does also have porn on it, with him at one point producing a key.
Yeah. Should he not be producing a martial arts outfit?
He should. It does sound like key, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Yasuo has a key. There we go. The line is now not yet reopened because I found more further problems. The line is now reopened.
Good to know. I'll be needing to come and fetch some things shortly.
All the lines are now reopened. Free route. Ah, pig. Ah, pig. Silly. Ah. Can't be gone, fiend.
Mickey Mc says, are you injuring yourself?
A skeleton's doing that for me.
Mickey Mc says, zap him.
I am trying. Oh, that's where they're coming from. It's in above. Oh. What's that? Doesn't it look like it? Not from there. Where did they come from? Simply behind me, I guess. Sounds super close. Just in case that was leading anywhere. I don't know where that skeleton came from though. Have I gone into a dangerous and forbidden zone where I last saw a zombie villager in the hope that another zombie villager might appear? Maybe. Who can say?
I think we all feel that way.
Prison skeletons. Where's that skeleton even shooting me from? Oh, no, that's just a stone wall. I shot a stone wall, then we stuck it for a skeleton. Oh no, I've trapped myself in a web. Is that ideal? Oop, yes it is. Really close.
Up. Back here.
Found.
I accidentally sent the minecart going back.
Launched it without you.
Yeah.
A lot of the tube in London is now automated.
Yeah. I mean, like the trains themselves.
Yeah.
Surprised it's taken this long, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
but self-driving cars, how do we not have self-driving trains? I feel like the one is simpler than the other.
Oh, pig!
Oh.
I was rounded a corner and there was a creeper right in front of me. Oh.
It's getting late, by the way.
No, late down here.
Olumus of fail says ZZZ.
Yeah, they've had some stuff like that for a while. Like the Docklands Light Railway, also in London, has been automated for a while. But they're starting to do it with the tube.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Right, I must draw up my dark designs. Hey, ambulance.
Released ominous music. Bat. I said this rustling noise right next to my head. I was like, oh man, it's a creeper. But it was not so. They might have rules about this sort of shenanigans.
You're wearing full armor, right?
Yes.
Good. And you've got the rest of us there to back you up, right?
I mean, like, did we specify that was in person? Or is it okay if it's in spirit?
Like, is marble support acceptable?
Yeah, I don't think we ever specified, did we?
Yeah, perhaps we need to look into rules clarifications at some point, who knows.
Oh, this is already a torch here. Ah, I'm back looped round. chasms go on some way. You know, I know fantasy dwarves are at home, underground in the dark, etc.
Hmm.
But could you imagine the attempt to reclaim Moria?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. I mean, first of all, swarming with orcs, which, you know, feels like a big problem.
Yeah.
Stalks, you know, everywhere. Like, I feel like that would be a big issue.
Yeah.
But also, just like, endless dark passages. I hear a cat.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Don't know.
Also, just like gangs of skeletons. And they're killing each other.
Hmm. On purpose or just carelessly?
On purpose.
Oh.
They're fighting to the death.
Hmm.
One of them accidentally shot the other.
Yeah.
And that carried the death penalty amongst their kind. Had they killed the creeper? Now that's what we want.
Yeah.
Only way to, or one of the only ways to get music discs.
Oh.
I had enough resources to explore this further, but it goes on and on. Yeah, and the reclaiming Moria wouldn't be as easy as, you know, you got to put a torch down and then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And also, it is the other thing, you know, brave effort and all that. But like, they know what happened to Moria the last time around.
Hmm.
I mean, did they think Durin's Bane had gone away? Did they think it was a myth? Because they kind of factored that in, right?
Yeah.
Because like when Gimli sees the Balrog, he covers his face and says Durin's Bane. They have to be like pigs and stuff.
Perhaps they felt that such things had passed from the world.
That's possible. That would make sense. Oh, there's floors above this one. Further galleries and such. I don't think the film does it bad. I think it really captures the scale of Moria.
Yeah.
You know, when they come into the bit, I think it's called the Dwaro Delph. And the heart of Moria, and the kind of Gandalf that holds up his staff glowing, and it pans out this huge room full of columns. So I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know if it captured the. I don't know. When I was reading the book, maybe it's just me because of my dislike of being underground. I got an almost claustrophobic sense as well in the book.
Yeah.
Like there's all these dark passages and they don't know where they go, and like sudden voids of darkness off to one side.
Yeah. Like, only part of it was living spaces as such. There was just mines and caves going on forever everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And some that they dug and some they hadn't.
Yeah.
Some they just come across.
Even the dwarves didn't really know what was down those.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like even at their height, when they'd got, you know, lamps everywhere, and just in that song that Gimli sings, the Song of Durin, if you like, he talks about them having lamps of crystal hewn, in which was captured light of sun and star and moon, undimmed by cloud or shade of night, shone forever fair and bright. But you know, even with them everywhere, they still didn't know where it all were. You know, they mapped a lot, but not all of it.
Yeah.
I guess with a book that you can rely on the reader's imagination.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I've just tunneled into somewhere dark and dangerous. I haven't got other lights to see with. I'll have to withdraw. But there's coal here. I must continue to dig greedily and deeply. I'm sure there's no morality tales that would tell us otherwise. Dark passages beyond in every direction. Used to me whole
Nice.
stack of torches, I'll have to beat a retreat.
A maze of twisty passages all alike.
True. I'm back on the line. Back to safety, but this time, alas, with no new friends in tow. I'll have to share it in Discord. There's a sort of a cappella group, I guess. Not quite a cappella, it's not as they have music, but you know, that's what they started out, I think.
Yeah.
Who are a family. And you know, I'm not going to rag on, but like, the music's not necessarily all for me, shall we say? You know, because I don't want to criticize what they're doing a good thing. And a lot of the stuff they do, you know, their kind of musical arrangements of poems and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are from Tolkien.
Hmm.
And I find them a mixed bag, as I've said, but the one that they do that I think is really, really good, that they do really well, is the Song of Durin.
Yeah.
I think they capture that so, like, spot on. What I would imagine the Song of Durin to be like. It's just the man of the family. I think he's like a father and some of his son, like 2 or 3 of his sons or something.
Bye, Miki.
Bye, Mickey. And yeah, this, you know, it just works really well. Like, yeah, that's kind of, you know, singing the Song of Durin to the musical arrangement of their own, and yeah, that's kind of how I picture it.
Yeah.
Works really well. I've put it in Discord. I think it's good. I've returned. Plug some of this coal if I can. Anyone want to buy any coal? So we got a master leather crafter
Yeah.
selling saddles and such. I didn't think we had any. Did one survive, or have you leveled one up?
I mean, I chucked a few emeralds at some. I don't remember mastering one.
Ah, one's a master selling saddles. So we know that saddles are no longer a limited resource again.
Yeah. That's good news.
I'm glad of that. I'll have to buy some before it wears off. You know, just in case.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there will be another siege, but
Playing taking chances.
exactly. I just leveled up the what do you call it, one and all, the apprentice armor. A bit of coal, not all the coal we've brought in, but some. Yeah, I found a bow.
Is it 5 o'clock, Miki? There are problems.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's the opposite of my motto.
There are no problems.
Yeah. Miki, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop going against the party line.
got a stone spade just absolutely bedecked with enchantments.
Whoop, it's night out.
You're in a safe space though, right? You don't even need to do anything about that just yet.
I mean, kinda.
Elumus of fail says ZZZ.
Padre in here.
Neuralon
Ah.
says ZZZ.
Casa del Candles.
Yeah, just staring out the window instead of sleeping. That does sound like him.
He's a troubled soul.
Yeah.
Golem smashed up, I'll get some iron. And finish the job. No. Also, just for the pleasing sounds, as much as anything. Much as a good deed.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, left if you did it one too many, you hit the golem instead. Too low, you know.
Hmm?
Hey, Jess.
Hey, Jess. Just gonna be watching the stream. Oh, I'm sorry, Miki. The internet is a cruel mistress.
That is true.
Yeah. Hey, Jess, how are you doing? What's going on today?
Hey, Fenrir. Yeah, that's it. Ah, there's chickens everywhere.
Why are there chickens everywhere? The chickens should all be in the chicken coop. What are you doing? I worked hard on that, okay?
Oh no. What was growling at what? Who's growling? Why is Fenrir growling? What are you growling at, Fenrir?
Uh-oh.
What are you growling at, boy? The fire! Did you jump in the fire?
A golem hit you into a new dimension.
Come on, Fenrir. Good boy, come on. Stop growling, stop setting the fire or whatever it was.
What did you do to the golem, Jess?
Fenrir, come on. Come on, Fenrir. Stop growling and come on.
I
I don't know what's got you wrong there.
I've gotten punched by a couple of golems in my time, admittedly.
Fenrir follows me. That's it, good boy, come on. Come on, Fenrir. Good boy. Did you burn your stand on that fire? Get you some snap. Yeah. Certainly it was some while up, don't they?
Yeah.
They're totally not a food, here it is.
You're not gonna find any in there.
Fenrir, Fenrir. Good boy. That's it, good boy. I need some food for myself.
I feel like I've been punched by a golem twice, but I can't remember where the second time was.
Yeah.
One was in the siege. When
Yep.
I
Get
clipped
killed by a golem.
I did, yeah. One punched me. I clipped a villager with my sweeping sword whilst driving back the villagers.
That's it.
Villager breaks into your own house and steals your bed. It doesn't end well if you punch them out of it. I normally just build a new house when that happens.
Down today, harvesting bamboo probably.
Yeah, I can see that one, Jess. I think you can just right-click on them to wake them up. use you know, conversation.
Yeah, Fenrir, goodbye. Harvesting bamboo and out and you're trying to help me getting chopped. Like the bamboo.
Yeah, they do that. You put down a bed and they immediately jump into it. This is mine now.
Clearly don't have our concept of property.
Yeah. But you know, good for them. Good for
Yeah,
them.
exactly. Share and share alike.
Yeah.
Share and share alike.
But also I do need to make a new house with a gate, because I don't have a house anymore.
Are you making your new dwelling?
I don't know. I've not even reached the planning stage yet. I just know that I'm sick of sleeping in the barn.
Understandable.
Eight beds in space for them. Yeah, but they wanted that bed. So yes, I will stay hydrated, Miki, thank you. So it's a bit troublesome at the moment.
Yikes.
Hydration is life. Let's not get carried away. I mean, you know, if you don't stay hydrated, sure it'll be unpleasant. But you're not gonna like die or anything.
And there's a whole thing in Mad Max where a guy talks about water addiction. And he described the symptoms of dehydration as being withdrawal from your water addiction. I think.
It sounds like it would be a thing.
Yeah, sure, that's a thing. Obviously, it's a Swizz. Not water, I mean, what the guy's saying.
Yeah.
It's like you warn people about the dangers of dihydrogen monoxide.
Yeah.
Which is fun, actually. They don't want you to know. They just show pictures of like rust. They're like, this is what exposure to dihydrogen monoxide does.
Yeah.
Think what it'd do to you, and it's in everything. So again, that by the way.
Okay. Fizzy water. Blah. I am not a fan of carbonation.
It depends. I mean, like I do like a Coke.
Yeah, if it's like a flavored. I mean, I'm not actually all that keen on fizzy drinks in general, but like a Coca-Cola or something I can understand. But when it's just like fizzy mineral water, no. That upsets me.
And I don't even
fail ZZZZ.
But lemonade, I'm not super keen on.
Yeah. I didn't used to like lemonade, but I had a period of illness where like lemonade was the only thing I could drink, and I improved my view on it.
I like when you're a kid and you got certain illnesses and it was Lucozade.
Yeah.
Lucozade. Remember that as a kid? Like a flat and drink some Lucozade. That should have been fizzy. Yeah, that's probably the only time I've had Lucozade, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much the only time I drink anything fizzy is when we've had guests and like there's leftovers. Cola and the like. It's not something yeah, it's not something I go out of my way to drink, but I also don't mind it. Like as that occasional thing, it's a nice treat.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I like, you know, just, as an occasional thing, it's good, but I don't drink it a while.
My request queue is very... oh dear. What's going on in my request queue, Miki? I wasn't aware I had a request queue. For like stream requests? Has everything that's ever been requested gone into the queue and I've just never looked at it? Like, I mean, I've done things in the moment, but is it just not?
That's a flaw. Oh no, it's okay. No, it is a flaw. "49 requests for denounces and cost increases." Oh no. They were scared together. The other ones you've done and simply not cleared? Or...
Yeah, I think so. I normally just, you know, do them as they come up. Thank you, Miki. Spanning from a year ago. Like when they brought the system in.
When they brought channel points in. The streamer I watch sometimes is most. I mean, she does some D&D now, but she's mostly a DJ. And she was one of the channels they tried it on.
Yeah.
Before general release. Denunciations aside, I think one of the best uses I've seen for it is Ice Toki, where you get, one of the uses is a boop.
Yeah.
Where she will boop the camera. Boop. Yeah, I guess Apollo's got the marriage thing for however many million it is.
Yeah. Like 33 million, I think.
That's where. It's not quite satisfying about harvesting crops, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not
Oh, is it not reaching? Do I need...
Not necessarily as fun in real life, by the way. Digging up turnips is quite fun. Pulling turnips. I don't know, turnips if you prefer. It means different things depending on what country you're from. Or even within the same country.
Yeah, I've never really used redstone before, Jess.
Are you experimenting?
Yeah, I was trying to make a thing. I mean, I could... See, this is the sort of thing that I was hoping to learn at the new science lab, but I need it for my design. My grand design, so I'm experimenting with it now. So it looks as though the signal won't reach. There's too much redstone. So, like, redstone torches are a power source? Can I use one to relay it? But then I feel like Will the torch itself not just set off the redstone?
Would you probably need a repeater.
A repeater? I don't know what that even is.
No, nor do I, but I know that it exists.
Okay.
Repeats redstone signals, maintains the power.
Ah. Yeah, this is the resurrection machine.
Ah.
Literally just experimenting until something happens. Okay. It's all trial and error, sure.
Kind of how I got the railway running.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go to the crafting table and type repeater and see what comes up. This is not where the crafting table. I go into the hacking. Every time I want a crafting table, I go to the boathouse, and it's not in there. It's in the longhouse.
Hey, you can put one in the boathouse if you like. Put the other industrial goings on.
I guess it would make sense to do so. Redstone repeater, redstone dust, 2 redstone torches, 3 smooth stone. That seems doable. What do I need for a redstone torch?
Torch and some redstone.
Yeah, some sticks. Yeah, I'm working on a resurrection chamber, Jess. Bringing people back from beyond the grave.
Again.
Again. I mean, we've up until now we've just been resurrecting people wherever, but I thought, like, you know, we should have like a safe, secure area to do it in.
There are a lot of coal for you to resurrect people. Oh my, yes.
It's getting dark.
Just enough. Ha! Fused all the melon slices. Come, Fenrir, goodbye.
Oh, I thought it was getting dark, but
Nice.
okay, there we go.
Illumus of Fail says ZZZ. Neuralon says ZZZ.
Yeah, this will be a focus for my dark magics.
Fenrir, I can hear you, but there you are, good boy.
I was gazing upon the marker and I felt like I should construct such a thing.
Good boy, Fenrir. Come on, let's see who we can sell to. I've seen the memes about the guy from Jurassic Park being a necromancer.
Yeah.
John Hammond,
Yes.
is it?
With his staff.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, that's the case in the universe, right? It's got the lump of amber from which they resurrected their first dinosaur.
But you know, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't argue with it. How dare you go to bed when it isn't dark enough? Don't tell me how to live my life, Minecraft. We'll sleep all day.
I think it's interesting that Minecraft won't let you sleep at night. It won't let you sleep in day, it won't let you sleep at night.
Yeah. It's
They're
prejudice.
forcing your
That's what it
circadian
is.
rhythms.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's prejudiced against people like me.
True. Or people who work nights.
Mm.
And if you're too insomniac, it sends creatures after you.
I mean, that's not unrealistic. If I put the repeater in these nice little... Oh. There's a bunch of... Hold on. How do you work? Oop. Well, that's another hole in the floor.
Oh.
Really need to start watching my temper.
Ah, smash.
Does it go like this?
I don't know. Me absent-mindedly clicking my tongue. I'm accidentally doing some mouth noise ASMR. I don't really have the mic for it.
Oops. So what does the dial do?
Things up or down. This one goes to 11.
Oh! I have absolutely no use for that, but I can... It already seems like the best invention ever. You can... So the repeaters have a dial on it. Like a lever that you can set at various different points. And it's a delay timer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you can crank it up and it'll like pause the redstone signal for a few seconds. Yeah, that's probably very useful with a lot of machines.
That's great, isn't it?
Mm.
Where is the minecart?
What minecart?
The agricultural one last. Sent it, and it's back where it was before.
Oh.
I don't know. It didn't empty in the meantime.
I haven't slept properly for days now. Woof. Sorry, Miki. I know what that's like. It sucks. Try not to go above 3 days or the monsters will start showing up.
Ah, it's getting stuck. It never done that before. Why is it doing it now?
Making a fire hazard? Look, if your ritual candles are not a fire hazard, then you've probably not got enough of them. Like, are we not taking this seriously? I mean, this looks like a resurrection chamber. I don't know what you're thinking.
So for some reason, not quite getting it all the way up where it needs to go. But it always did before, so I don't understand.
So this is far more complicated than it needs to be, but basically, zombie villagers cannot cross rails. So we bring the zombie villager, we lead him in here, through the open gate into the sacred sigil inlaid in iron, and we hit this button as we come in with the thing behind us, and it slams the gate shut, trapping them inside.
Nice.
And we can step over iron, but you know, we can step over this, but the undead cannot cross running iron. Well-known fact. Where's the redstone that was here? Oh no, this is why I tried putting a repeater, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm pleased with how that turned out. I wonder if should the stone in the middle be different? Maybe under the rails as well. We got anything more menacing?
I don't think we've got much of like obsidian or crying obsidian. That's pretty menacing.
Yeah. Maybe something reddish.
Some stuff we hauled in from the nether.
Yeah, if we've got any red terracotta, that might do it.
That seems to have fixed it.
Okay, well. I'll take a ride back to base and see what we've got in stock. Trying to summon Lord Brand. Yeah, I think this would probably work for that. Like, obviously we're using it for resurrecting people right now, but I don't know what would happen if you, say, spilled blood in the middle of this. Okay. Let me take some of this stuff back as well. I can put it in storage.
Spilt blood in the middle of it, would you suddenly hear the Doom music start?
Yeah, I think so. I've got some granite here. Would that work? Is this pinkish stuff? I'll leave that for now.
I saw a clip of a comedy that apparently isn't very funny. And,
What a great story.
I mean, the clip I saw was fine, but in that
Hold on.
clip, there's
That's a good point, Jess. We should have something from the Nether in there because that's the hell that from which we are rending these souls back into flesh. Yeah, it needs to be some sort of Nether stone in the middle. Like netherrack? That's reddish, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you, Jess. Yeah, sorry. Continue. Oops.
Yeah, apparently, from what I've heard of the comedy, it's not very funny. Did that just run over Fenrir? Yeah, it did. Fenrir, what you did? Fenrir, stop spinning around.
Good night, Miki. Thank you for being here.
No, Mickey.
Sorry the internet was trouble for you.
But yeah, there's a bit where these two grown men end up beating up some kids. I don't really know why.
Sounds like a comedy to me.
And of course, someone set the Doom music to it. It adds a lot.
Thanks for being here, Miki. I appreciate it. Yeah, is there anything you can't set the Doom music to?
Couldn't like get married to it.
Yeah.
I just imagine it like a bride walking down the aisle to the music from Doom 2016. You'd know something about trap money.
Yeah.
Did it properly, you'd have the normal kind of level music where it's just like gently kind of ticking over, and then you time it so that as the bride entered the wherever you get married, that it kicks into the something's happening level music.
Yeah.
I don't suppose this is a spoiler. But no, like, there's general level music in Doom 2016. I think technically it's Doom, all in block caps, but people call it Doom 2016 for reference.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like ticking over, just kind of some synth, some guitar just rumbling along. And then when you stumble into an area where things kick off, the music kicks off and it's guitars and
Yeah.
it's much heavier and more intense. So that's the timing you want as they enter the building. It kicks up like that. That's when you know it's about to go down. And as we were talking about yesterday, the game does like remix it a bit as you're playing. Like there must be triggers in it, so that as things happen, the music will loop or play a different bit or whatever. Like, and it will last as long as the thing is going on, depending on how long you take, to do it. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it does sound cool.
Really good game. I'd recommend it. Not played Doom Eternal though, so I'm too tight. 50 quid.
Yeah. I don't have that kind of money to spend on a game.
No, me neither. I know. I were in two minds about buying Railroad Tycoon 3 for £1.83. I did. I got a few hours fun out of it.
Yeah.
I've got it on CD, but that version won't work on a modern PC, I don't think. Also, I don't have a CD drive. I've got an external one, but you don't want to be messing about, do you?
Yeah.
I could have got it off Steam for £1. There.
Boop.
Boop. If you accidentally hit me, I think Fenrir would go away.
Yeah. I've been a lot more careful since you got that dog.
It works. I got a fair amount of iron in a minute. We don't have much stone. Let's burn some planks for no reason, just. Smelting. Yeah, great minds.
Yeah.
Pair of cats. Henry, stop trying to join him. Oh, there's still plenty in there.
This is mostly Noellen's work. Since he burned down the old one.
I mean, not intentionally,
Yeah.
but it did conveniently allow me to redevelop it also.
Yeah, everything's set up quite nicely.
Various devices.
I come to fetch. Oh yeah, I need some netherrack.
I think what was there. We've also got quicksand and soil of souls and rock with distinct lack of hue. And basalt.
Yeah.
Nether bricks. Crying obsidian.
I think netherrack's good for me. Actually, can you work netherrack? Can you like smooth netherrack? Something like that?
I honestly don't know, I've never tried. Have to get to
Oh.
go.
Yeah, I think I'll have a look.
I think if you chuck it in here, it'll do all sorts.
Yeah. I was just thinking actually, if I put some netherrack in the ovens and then light it up, what happens?
It burns forever.
Yeah. What happens if you try to smelt something that burns forever? Yeah.
That's probably fine. Go.
So Jess is giving me ideas. The eternal flame from Thor Ragnarok. Hmm.
As long as Surtur don't get old, then it will be alright.
Yeah.
I love that film, you know, it's a great film.
Absolute rubbish. I don't know why they bothered.
I think it's interesting how Thor from Infinity War Endgame is basically Thor from Thor Ragnarok. Like, he kind of changed the character of Thor.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like a complete departure, but it's different enough, and there's a like subtle difference between how he is beforehand and afterwards. I think it's good. I think Taika Waititi did a great job. Indeed, villager. You're not named, sir. No.
Hmm.
An unnamed master farmer.
Hey.
The
Something
question:
doing there?
can you do anything with it?
Pardon?
Did you settle the question? Can you do anything with netherite?
Oh, no, not yet. So, carving up some wood. Let's see. Let's test some reckless things. So I've set some netherite cooking. Let's see what happens with that.
Sure, it's probably fine.
Oh, that gets you nether bricks. I guess that makes sense.
Ah, is that you made nether bricks?
Apparently so.
Well, they're no longer a fey and impossible thing then.
Yeah. I can't
No,
do
we
anything
know.
with it at the stone cutting table. Which I guess makes sense since we now know it's like nether clay rather than straight up stone.
So that means you can do something with the nether bricks, though, right?
Yeah, I don't know what, but well, I mean, I assume we can make nether. Let's see, yeah.
Can you eat to me? If you don't mind, just have a quick look.
Sure. I mean, I'm seeing that you can make like nether brick blocks and
I'm gonna put it on the stone cutting
Chis-
table and see if that does out.
chiseled nether bricks. I'm guessing you probably have to make the brick block before you put it on the table.
Yeah, this makes yeah. We've got like a literal nether brick, singular.
Yeah. So it's not a. Need a
We
few
make
of
it
them.
into blocks and then turn the blocks into fences, walls, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, now we know they would probably make that into
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
Okay, so looking at okay. Looking at the recipe, 4 nether bricks makes a nether brick block,
Sure.
but 2 nether bricks and 2 nether warts makes red nether bricks.
Oh.
And then there's also chiseled nether bricks, which here are being made out of 2 nether brick slabs, but I assume are more sensibly made at the stone cutting table from a nether brick block.
Sense.
How much nether wart do we have?
Nether block, a lot. Nether wart went
Yeah.
1 item.
Not ideal.
We've got a couple of
Not be
stacks of
doing-
netherite. Well, and that is so plentiful down there.
Yeah.
Could certainly haul netherite back like it were going out of style.
We have learned things today, yes.
Where is he? Fenrir? Fenrir. Fenrir! There you are, goodbye. Goodbye, Fenrir. I'm gonna have a quick break, I think. Back in a couple of minutes.
I'm just gonna give it one moment while I make another brick block and chuck it into the stone cutting table. Okay, yeah, so chiseled nether bricks is what you get out of this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, we're all learning things, Jess.
Yeah. Experiments.
Yeah. Yeah, I will also take a quick break then, and I will be back shortly.
See you soon.
Yeah, see you all in a moment. We are back. It's definitely the kind of brick that can be used to summon nether things. I think that's the brick I'm working with then, Jess.
It's a brick you can commit necromancy with.
Yeah.
Dark out.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Just stood up. He's now in my bed. He's now at my bed. Did he get in it with me? He's looking at your cat very intently.
Yeah.
Henry's off. Okay.
I need more netherrack.
Left it in the where's it? So. It's a book and... Is there a book and...
I've got some books.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, is that the chiseled nether brick? Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, it's got like a creepy face on it.
Oh, nice. Is it? Oh, it's a... Oh, it's a wither. Maybe.
Ah.
I think it might be a wither. Which thankfully we've not encountered.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think I know what those are.
I think you have to summon them.
Okay.
It's like a summonable boss. Twisted into evil. But we've certainly encountered wither skeletons. Those tall skeletons.
Oh, the charred looking ones.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Merlin's repair, that's what I want. Ooh, Battle Palladium 4, nice. Thank you, good sir. I absolutely do not have enough XP to put this on anything, I don't suppose. Find out. So here's a question. Thinking of descent into hell. Also, with the books going enchanting, they do, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
So, obviously, from what you know, I believe from what you know already, you know that the Doom Slayer character in Doom 2016, or Doom if you prefer, doesn't necessarily, or isn't necessarily, or at least isn't currently, because I've not played Doom Eternal, the same character as Doom.
Oh, okay.
Or at least, I mean, he might be, but he doesn't have the immediate same backstory. Like, he's not the guy left guarding the shuttle.
Yeah.
Ah! Sorry, there were too many eggs. Like, I don't know.
Not the very
perhaps-
angry man who killed Hal.
Yeah. They're different and unrelated. Why am I hearing... What was that? Oh! That's a dead chicken.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh.
What? Hmm.
Forgot to do. Crab Fenrir. Yeah, I guess it's all the open fires.
Yeah, that doesn't sound super safe.
Good boy, Fenrir. You sit here. That's it. Good boy. There seems to be a lot fewer chickens than there were.
Yeah. I'm not keen on that.
No, in turn, there's a lot fewer around.
Maybe you should, like, open a window.
Like, I feel like there are a lot more. Maybe someone should probably get some seeds and lure them away. But yeah, so insofar as I know, from June 2016, there's no reference to like being left to guard the shuttle. It's much more ominous for them backstory.
Okay.
But I don't know if that was where he originated. Like, does he start out long before Doom as the guy guiding the shuttle? But by the time we see him, is this figure of dread? I don't know.
Yeah.
But here's my question: is a long way around to get there. Is the Doomslayer, or are the Doomslayer and the Doom Marine different? But are they both the Doom guy?
Hmm. I don't know. Is this is going to involve somebody climbing down a tower, isn't it? I've learned to recognize these conversations with you.
So I wasn't even I wasn't really heading that way. It was just kind of the vague kind of thing of, are they both in a way the Doom guy? Because they're the violent protagonist of the Doom games.
Yeah.
But the Doom 2016 Doom guy is the Doom Slayer, and the Doom prior is the Doom Marine. So I think officially he was called the Doom Marine. When people just called him the Doom guy.
Yeah.
Well, I think in the first one he's the Space Marine, isn't he? But they started referring to him as the Doom Marine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wonder, are they both the Doom guy? One of them is the Doom Slayer and the other the Doom Marine. Because I suppose what could have happened is the Doom Marine climbed down the tower, and the tower is a wheel. And with 8 spokes, the wheel turns. And you were dead, and I were dead, and yet the wheel kept turning. I don't know if that's actually from an Elder Scrolls thing. It's from a video about that, one of those weird animated videos I've been watching about that's to do with the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Really good, actually. I don't know what it's referring to. All the description says is, and now to the future. So I don't know whether the person doing it has done their own like speculative
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls stuff. But it's a young Altmer kid in a cart being talked to by someone from the Thalmor.
Yeah.
And then you see like clips of their life. Ending with overseeing the construction of something.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a new medium. That would be my guess. I'm also thinking I need to name names. I've got this. I'm gonna enchant my arm. I mean, it's already enchanted, but if I'm gonna enchant my armor further, I should name it, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know what to call each piece.
Do you name them as a set, or?
That's what I'm thinking. Do I have a name for the set with a link to each piece, or does each one have a unique name? In which case, what do I name? Do I call my helmet the Dragon Helm? Because, Tolkien.
Yeah.
To go with Felagund, Rambo, Leg, and Menegroth. The Dragon Helm of Dorlomin. Won by Turin to Rambar, of course, in his confrontation with Glaurung. But in which case, what do I name the rest? How do I come up with a name for the Dragon?
Dragon Helm chest piece.
How do I go for a different theme for my armor? Or I've just got the Tolkien theme for my tools, except for painted dog's tooth, which is my sword. And my bow as well, which is Cathallian, of course. Meaning, strongbow. But nothing to do with the cider.
32 bricks, I think that might be enough for my purposes.
Ooh.
I hope it will be, because I'm tired of waiting for the, Wow, that was rude.
Got some 10 more nether bricks in here, Bella.
Yeah, I've still got some
Oh, you
more
got a load
cooking.
going, haven't you?
Yeah. I just grew weary of waiting for them.
What do I call my armor, though? I've not thought about that. Do I go for a Tolkien theme? Do I go for a different theme? Do I go for an Elder Scrolls theme? Is that something else to talk about? In which case, what?
Yeah.
I'll sleep on this game.
Still got a hole in the ceiling, by the way.
Right? Oh, there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to allow the rails to come in.
Lumus of Fail says ZZZ.
We might be able to roof it over, but we'd have to test it.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Simultaneity of that. We'd have to see if there was still. There might still be room for it to get in, but we wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to use that as an invented ladder if we needed to.
Yeah. I'm saying we need to raise the roof.
Yes. Always.
I might as well wait for these to finish. I don't want to get there and find I've not got enough.
Oh yeah, that would be vexing, wouldn't it? Any famous? What is the famous armor in Tolkien? The Dragon Helm of Dorlomin. But I don't think there's really much else. Is a famous armor?
Yeah.
There probably will turn out that there is, and I just can't think of it top of my head. I mean, I feel like I should call the breastplate the armor of protectiveness.
Yeah.
Which is also the name of the dragon plate breastplate I made for myself in Skyrim. That was called the armor of protectiveness. So. As a reference, it's long since we've taken out the game, but there used to be an armor in Warhammer. It was a magic item, a magic armor unique to the orcs and goblins, and it was called the armor of protectiveness. And the description was basically just, this is why goblins aren't allowed to name things. Fair. Well.
What about? Oh, you already picked one?
No, go on. What were you going to suggest? I was going to call it the armor of protectiveness.
I was gonna say, what about Bilbo's mail?
Oh yeah. Just call it that. That's the theme. And the helm I will call the Dragon Helm. That makes sense. The Dragon Helm. The Dragon Helm. I'm not gonna call it the Dragon Helm of Dorloman because I ain't got the space. Okay, so that leaves me with the Trues, or the Greaves, I should say, and the Sabatons. Are there any special shoes? Are there any special Trues? I don't know any special magic armor and trousers. There's gotta be magic boots somewhere, surely. Feels like the sort of thing that would be. Oh, an Enderman. I wouldn't actually look at said Enderman. What to call it? Last two things: boots and greaves, trousers, or gonna call them. What do you call magic trousers? I don't know if they are just like these diamond trousers.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just leave it for now. You can rename it at any time on Amazon, can't you? Like, unless the price would go up. Although, price does go up.
What about the swan boots of the Tillary?
Ah, nice. Yes. Very clever.
Thank you.
Turn and do the trousers. And then fit little greaves. There's gotta be something in there. Okay, think about trousers or greaves or something. Yeah.
Humble amps, why?
Yes.
I'm in the minecart rolling towards my destination, and Ambulamps dashes in front of me, stops the cart, and then shoves it backwards.
Betrayed.
Yeah.
Could just name it after somebody until we come up with a better name later if such a thing should cross his mind. Cut the greaves of Gorlim the Unhappy. Just because he's called Gorlim the Unhappy. Terrible fate, yeah, that's it. Boring, though, any kind of the greaves of whatever. I think they're on. I'll give it a temporary name unless I'm doing something better.
Yeah.
What? done this. Fine. That'll do. So if the Doom Slayer is the Doom guy, as it were, you know, the Doom Marine is also the Doom guy, does that mean he climbed down the tower, achieved Kim, and thus was transformed from the Doom Marine into the far more terrifying Doom Slayer? That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it also kind of gives you the power to rewrite your backstory, so... Do you got any immediate or pressing need for smooth stone?
Not really.
Good.
I guess you can't rotate this stuff.
Slabs after that. No, drop me stones.
What's this about slabs?
You can only turn smooth stone into smooth stone slabs.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Why do we have so many cursed fishing rods?
I just kept finding them.
Cursed. Head up the stairs and see him on him.
Nirelon says ZZZ. Elumus of Fail says ZZZ.
Last week, when I was talking about that video I'd seen and you were explaining Evangelion to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand the references. I understand now one of the things that, you know, I said at the end there was the dude sat and it was raining on the window above him, and I wondered if it was an Evangelion thing and you didn't seem to know it.
Yeah.
One of the things, when I said there was a sign on the wall that said check your sources, that's a reference to drama, as it were, in the Elder Scrolls community. It turned out the Elder Scrolls wiki had got something wrong on it. Or rather, it had, whoever had written the article had misinterpreted some evidence, arguably, and this had gone out as fact, and people were taking it as fact, but it's not really proven by the sources they were citing.
Right.
That's why it says check your sources. Don't just rely on the wiki to tell you what's true.
there's not enough bricks.
Oh.
Well, come back and fetch some more.
Heading up now, so don't set off from Sandington until I've got the. If you're heading back down the line.
Okay, not set off yet, so. Are you just
I'll,
going to Sandington, or are you coming all the way out here?
I can break the journey at Sandington. I'm there now.
Oh,
Bless you.
excuse me.
What a series of misses.
I'll see you at Sandington then.
Fine. Stand it way and try and divert it. Where's your approach? Oh, that's how I did it here. It curves more. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Bye. Unfortunately, the Minecraft rail system isn't sophisticated enough to allow me to put in passing loops and side-ins and things like that, where we could divert onto another track until you'd come past and then set off again.
Yeah. Oh, no, no, no.
Oh no.
It's okay. Yeah, I dropped my map. I managed to catch up with it. Had to make an emergency stop.
Oh no. It's not really built for that, is it?
No.
Somewhere up here? Oh. Oh, it sounds great when you walk on it now.
Yeah, the bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you trying to get it so you, Oh, it closes the gate!
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant!
You run in with the zombie behind you, then you step over the rail and hit the switch, and it closes it in.
That's so cool. Oh, and you just need to fill in this edge and put some more rails in.
Yeah.
So cool. This is a far better thing I do now. The resurrection chamber. Fear ye not the dark. Is that because you merely adopted the dark? I was born to it, molded by it. Is that why?
Yeah. Yeah, like once you've been like born in there, you've been once you bring somebody back to life in there, they've been like born underground. Although not really in the dark, it's possibly the most well-lit place we've ever created.
Yeah. Would you not agree that you really adopted the dark? Like, I don't know why it's simultaneously a good line and also really risible. Because it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's so ridiculous, but at the same time, it's a good line. And I don't know how that can be so. Kind of a bit battered there, pal.
Yeah, I've
Hammerick.
been a bit under the weather lately. Oh, okay. Huh. 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 What? Ah, okay.
That is fun to do, I'm not sure why.
Yeah. It'll be night soon.
It's early evening. Oops. Oh, I found coal.
Yeah,
Nice. Thought I just like ridiculously overpenetrated again. Found coal.
Clearly you were meant to overpenetrate though.
True. Quite a lot of coal too. Trapped underground forever. I mean, not forever. Come back out as we speak. But you know, a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, if that, I don't think I was actually here that long. But you know, still. Could have been a long time. I mean, it wasn't. Sunset in there.
Right.
Illumus of Fail says ZZZ.
He's already in bed. Oops.
Hmm?
I'm sure it's fine.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
I accidentally caused a flood.
Uh-huh.
Sorted it out, I'm sure.
Hmm. Sir? What a no. There's a master toolsmith at the Nether Temple.
No.
No. Sir, I don't understand how you got here, but I'd like you to go back, please.
That's less than ideal.
Hmm.
What if you went through?
Yeah, that would not be good.
won't want that now, would we?
Whoop. I'm also teleporting.
No. Also less than ideal.
I think my internet is down. Can you still hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can, which is interesting. I've gotten disconnected from OBS. And
Oh.
I'm teleporting a lot in Minecraft, but I don't appear to have gotten kicked out completely.
That's something.
Okay, think I'm back?
Very tentative. Maybe.
Yeah. So, could you like come up here and then I could maybe like row you back to
Oh, is it that Toolsmith we're always marauding about?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we're penetrated.
Come on, up you go. Higher. One more that way. Okay. Oh, no. Now where's he gone? Oh, there you are. Good, good. Here. Sir? Sir, there's a boat. You must obey the laws of your kind. Where you trying to go there, buddy? Walking into a wall? There we go. He's in the boat.
The villager equivalent of climbing down the tower.
Yeah.
It's no longer bound by petty considerations of boats. Seas now.
Yeah, I don't know how he got out there, but
Oh, there's gates.
yeah.
Hey.
And they were closed. I don't know how I got past those.
Say they're assumedly closed.
And he's back within the walls now.
We need really into it. It's very tidy. Daddy indeed. works really well. Pog.
Sorry?
I said, oh, that works really well. Pog.
Oh.
Just lined up. You know when you're doing something, it just lines up really neatly.
Yeah.
Nice. A farmer?
A farmer?
Sir? Patch has become a farmer again.
Wait, what?
He's become a farmer again.
Oh. I mean, good? Question mark, question mark, question mark?
Sure, yeah. You know, I didn't quite love it either. I thought it was still pretty neat. Oh, less. No, I still want that one. Less. What if instead it went there? Nah, that'd be rubbish. Unless it's not. That would be.
I have grim news.
Grim news?
Yeah. Climate change has caused the extinction of the squid race.
No!
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Don't know. Well, there's no squids anywhere. What if they only spawn in oceans now and not in rivers?
So,
Hmm.
did make a certain amount of sense at all.
Yeah.
I did finish that dock.
Regardless, I've done some sailing around and there is a very striking lack of squid anywhere.
Saw some earlier, but where did I see them? Where was I? Where was I when I last saw squid? Here? Here? I might have been here. Are you out hunting squid?
Sort of. I need some ink, so I thought I'd just take a quick row around and see if I could find any. But not only is there no ink, there is no squid.
Grim tidings indeed.
Mm. Plenty of fish, but no squid.
It's in debt, by the way.
Right.
So, I wonder why Patcher became a...
Yeah.
Neuralon says ZZZ.
Maybe he's just not fussed about having a job.
Yeah. The village idiot would serve fine for our purposes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the cola I can hear. Monka shake. Fox. Like, one of Star Guardian Ari's lines is, "I'm going to kill you." That's what the fox says.
Hmm.
Which is funny because you remember there's the whole thing. What does the fox say? You know.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a dead meme
Yeah.
when Star Guardian Ari were made.
Yeah.
Yeah, skeleton. Just marauding around in the daylight. You don't see that very often, do you? dead now. Come from?
Yeah, some poor fool appears to have converted all of our ink into black dye, believing that there was no use for ink other than to be converted into black dye.
And what use is it that you found?
Writing.
Course.
Yeah.
Secret art. The art of the letter.
The lost art of literature.
So, Patches, what are you doing there? Oh, you're not coming back to Stars and Sea, are you?
Yeah, I was about to set off.
You wouldn't bring some beetroot, would you?
Sure. Are we selling it to Patcher?
Yeah, he's buying beetroot for 10 for an emerald instead of the normal 15. Or to me at least, I guess. On account of, raising him from the dead and all that.
Yeah.
Can't they all necromancy? He's no longer destroying the crops,
Excellent.
merely harvesting them instead.
Yeah, the beetroot's not really grown in. Let's see what I can do.
Alright, nothing under here. Good, yes. Start it there. To do that. The stairs all the way down there. Okay. There we go. Very neat. The rest.
Check something in here real quick.
Oh, what if I take it earlier and do it there? Put it across here, maybe.
Okay. Be on my way shortly.
Thank you. Unless. Or both.
Something
I
just
do
slid.
that else. Sorry.
Something just slid into my inventory, and I don't know what.
Something just slid into your DMs.
Yeah. No, I was just walking along and I saw something move towards me, and then there was an item pickup sound. So I can't find anything unusual in my inventory, so I don't know what it was.
Was it an item that you picked up? Was it an egg?
No, I can't see anything unusual in my inventory. It must have been something I was already carrying. I just don't know what.
Carrying.
I'm gonna have to change my display in the science lab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where it says the clay that
We don't know what.
Yeah, the clay that produced these bricks is unknown.
Now we know.
Yeah,
You've scienced it.
yeah.
And through all of that. Don't have to do any more of that for now.
Yeah. You are doing a beautification project.
Yeah. I had an idea.
Yeah. Oh, there's cobblestone.
So gosh. We'll have to do now. For now, at least. What about... Hey again, Jess.
Hey, Jess. On my way to put the finishing touches into place. Oh, the penultimate touches, really, because I need squid ink for some of it. But we don't have immediate access to that, so that'll have to wait.
Lumus of Fail says ZZZ. Neuralon
Yeah.
says ZZZ.
Oh. Fight going on outside.
Yeah. Angle, I'm busy.
Yeah, we could do bringing some iron up here actually and getting him fixed up.
Yeah. Maybe making a few more.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw him and he was ablaze.
Oh, that's not ideal.
He's looking pretty smashed up. I'll just see. Creeper.
If you've got spare torches, maybe throw them down in the area he was in. Stop things from spawning in that spot.
Cows are dangerous, right?
Pardon?
Cows are dangerous, right?
Less so than you'd think.
But they are dangerous. Their own way. So are swans. My granddad got attacked by a swan once.
Yeah.
They say that if ever British people mention swans, they will always tell you two things. One is that they're owned by the Queen, the second is that they can break your arm.
Yeah.
It's true, we do that. There's some owned by some other people, like the certain livery companies in London or whatever they're called. Yeah, that's one of them too.
So a special chant, prayer, or spell when we summon our villager from hell. Mostly we just throw the ingredients at them and then run like crazy whilst they scream and explode.
Yeah, we've not actually. When we chanted when we entered the Nether. We haven't actually done anything yet. We'll have to come up with something.
Yeah. Oops.
We'll quote from the sermons of Vivek, the lessons of Vivek.
Yeah, I can't put a book on this lectern until I've written something in it. Been bitten by a swan. Oof. That's... yeah. Yeah, they're creatures I would avoid antagonizing.
Ah, thank you.
I've brought some seeds as well, maybe we can plant some of this space.
Ah, yeah, I harvest some stuff and plant them. Good thinking. How's that treat you, Patchy? There we go, good man. Oh, he's selling pumpkins for 1 emerald.
Can we make a profit buying and selling those?
I mean, sorry, he's buying them off us for 1 emerald.
Ah, okay.
If he was selling them for 1 emerald, we absolutely could.
Yeah.
Made us 16 emeralds off that. As soon as he resets. Oh, he's now selling it. He's now buying them for 9. He's getting them away. I mean, getting them away. Yeah, I guess I need to dash back to Kazumbi and get some pumpkins.
Yeah.
These prices, you'd be crazy not to. I also know what else we were at the time, but still. Do you like me beautification project?
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you. Did you see the other bit that I did?
Oh, this tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
Some Daedric summoning stone or something. That's probably something I should write in the Book of the Dead.
Yes. It's got to be something. Right? What about Manny Marco? He's always up to shenanigans. Manny Marco, king of worms.
Yeah.
The necromancer god. He's also a moon now.
Hmm.
And wherever he goes, he blots out the light of Arche, and therefore necromancy flourishes. He's one of the people who asks for the totem of Tiber Septim to activate the Numidium in Daggerfall.
Okay.
And therefore he's one of them who sort of gets what they want. But also at the same time, he didn't get what he wanted. So there's now two Manny Marcos.
Ah,
There's like
of
a
course.
inverted commas mortal one, although he's still a powerful lich.
Hmm.
And then there's the god of worms, Manny Marco.
Well, like Baal, creating chaos.
Yeah. Well, I'm Baal and his necromancy. Oh, because you've played a lot of Elder Scrolls Online, right, Jess? It's all about Manny Marco and Molag Bal and all those kind of shenanigans. I think, but I don't know. But I think Manny Marco crops up again in like Oblivion or something.
Yeah.
It's either Morrowind or Oblivion. I don't know which. It's not Skyrim, although he's mentioned in Skyrim.
Okay. Still squids at sea.
Ah, nice. You've gone on the hunt.
Yeah. I needed to know.
Yeah, that's fine. Have you merely hunted for knowledge, or have you hunted for ink?
Like I'm going alongside the shore for found ink, but obviously I won't be harpooning anybody. It would be absolutely unacceptable.
Yes, I do. I haven't finished leveling up my character to fight him yet, but one day. I played in it ages. I kind of played through. No, well, I played through on my own. I played. I've got a Breton character because I think now any nation can play in any alliance. I think you might be able to correct me. But you couldn't when I played, and your nationality dictated which of the alliances you had. So I played through all of the main story and I did all the faction quests. I say faction quests. I did like the alliance quests or whatever for the Daggerfall Covenant, and I did the main quest up to the Cold Harbor stuff. And then I just, for whatever reason, I didn't keep playing it so much.
Yeah.
And then what other shenanigans did I get involved in? Then I ended up playing through the faction quest lines for the Ebonheart Pact with Angel. And we did together, and then I don't know, I got bored or whatever. We didn't do it no more. So I've got two characters. Is all the cobblestone chests full?
Yeah.
Yes. Just for now, I'm gonna have to put some in stone.
Yeah.
Just for now, though. There was a lady who did a cover of The Dragonborn Comes from Skyrim. And it is good. She's a very talented singer.
Yeah.
And they therefore hired her to do cover, like recordings of some of the bard songs in Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Maluka, she goes by.
Yeah, I think I've heard that one.
Yeah, she does. You know, because of Cold Harbor Compact and Red Diamond and all that. I can remember the opening line of Red Diamond being, "When Akatosh slew Lorcan, he tore his heart right out." And there's something about it, the blood falling into an alien well. I remember that much. About the Chimal Adabal. Which is the stone that's kept the amulet of
Voluminous of fail
kings.
says ZZZ.
The amulet of kings being the kind of regalia of the emperors.
Yeah. I know in Skyrim I mostly asked the bards to
Miralon
sing
says
the
ZZZ.
Dragonborn song over and over again. It was about me, you see.
Understandable. I also like the Age of Oppression.
Yeah.
We drink to our youth, the days come and gone, but the age of oppression is now nearly done. And there's some other lines that I can't remember. But it ends with, "And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies." I love that song. And it depends who you back in the quest line. That song changes. Or it
It's
depends
by,
which area.
Yeah, it's by place, right?
Yeah, and if you
Yeah.
win the Civil War for one or the other version kind of disappears. Because there's, everywhere now favors that faction.
Yeah.
So there's no one left to sing it. Ragnar the Red. Belly drum. Oh, no. There once was somebody named Ragnar the Red. Went riding from Whiterun to Old Rorikstead. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I know it ends with he's an ugly redhead rolled around on the floor. Flirts with the wrong woman, right? She decapitates him. That's how that goes.
Yeah, I think so.
What a good tale.
Important moral lesson.
Exactly. Don't be a creep, or you might end up decapitated and everyone laughs about you thereafter.
Yes.
And goes, "Wait!" in a really obnoxious fashion. Can't remember what it was now, but I just remember in Skyrim, ended up having some big old fight with somebody in a pub. And people were like piling in,
Yeah.
and and the guards were coming in, and it just got really messy. I don't remember what happened or why. Maybe I was doing a quest that needed me to off somebody,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get him to leave, so I just did him in there.
Did they sing the wrong song so you decked them?
Yes. It's like age of aggression. We're an age of oppression. Household, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I know the Stormcloaks are xenophobic and such, but I backed them because they didn't try and kill me.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't backed. I haven't backed either, but I haven't been actively killing Stormcloaks. Whereas, Imperials and the like have been slaughtering on sight.
So that you're helping the Stormcloak cause in your own way.
Yeah. They drew first blood. I thought about joining.
Sorry, go on.
I thought about joining the Stormcloak Corps, but when I went there, Ulfric treated me like a subordinate. You know, I wasn't having that.
I mean, he is angling after being the High King of Skyrim.
Yeah, so am I. That's nothing special.
I do wish you could do as that Mark allows you and become the High King or Queen yourself.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that it gives you the option of being like, I'm the High King, for like all your dialogue options with people. It's like if the guards try and arrest you, like, actually, I'm the High King.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make a request for the bard to take a break, and it's so awkward as she sits down. yeah, no more songs, thanks.
Yeah, and they're singing Age of Aggression, and you got to say, hey, stop singing.
Yeah. That's enough for now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're one of those like Elder Scrolls lore videos. Like, I can't over recommend them because some of them have sort of certain content in them.
Yeah.
Which is like contextually appropriate and stuff that is mentioned in the lore, but still.
Oh,
Hey,
hi.
I'm on sell. Oh, they're still doing them.
Ooh, if you've got a moment,
Yes.
I finished putting the floor in.
Ooh, nice. Ah, very cool. It looks pretty ominous in here.
Yeah. Is that the right sort of place to do a binding?
Doesn't it? Dave was talking about it earlier. It looks like when you walk in, the Doom music would start.
Yeah.
The door shuts behind you.
You know, it's not so bad on the grey stone, but here on the darker reddish stone, this really looks like a trail of blood. I could see this leading up to an altar or something.
You mean like if it led all the way over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. I like that you've done it with the pattern.
Thank you.
Sort of pentagram.
Yeah, it's close as one can approximate it.
I like the lag.
Yeah. Can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. It actually closes the thing when the signal ends rather than when it starts.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know how to fix that, if indeed one can fix it. Feel the hell energy from here, yeah. Well, should hook up a power source to this. Yeah. See, I've made a book, but I can't write in it.
Because you need the quill.
Yeah.
Very cool. Plop, plop, plop. Yeet, yeet. Yeah, that's really cool, that is.
Yeah, pleased with how this turned out.
I should have brought some iron for the golem. There you go. Yeah, betcha. I've still got so many pumpkins. I need you to reset you. It's dark. Better instead of wandering off like this.
Profits to be made.
Exactly. Selling me at an insanely low price. You got suspicious stew.
I have. I found a boat when I was out looking for ink.
Nice.
I think we'd already raided it because suspicious stew was the only thing in it, but you know, if I pick it up,
Sure.
you know, might get hungry soon. Yeah, if a gas just appears in the middle of the summoning circle next time we go in.
Oh man, oh no. Oh,
As soon as he breathes fire, I think the nether bricks will probably light up and never go out again.
Could you imagine? That really would be radiating some hell energy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So my plan is to take the road through the tunnel,
Hmm.
bring it out where it comes out here,
Yeah.
and then have a bridge over the river rather than it currently damming the river with that path.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, you walk into the room, the gas there. I'm gonna head out. Step back, close door.
Just don't go in again. So we
Yeah,
need a
yeah,
new resurrection chamber.
You hear the distant roar of the gas and a whoosh of flames, followed by this constant crackling that never ceases.
Get visitors like quick climbing the stairs up from the station. Like, is there a fire? Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just carry on. Just go and catch a train. It's fine.
Just brick up the doorway.
But leave it like visibly bricked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't go in there.
Future generations on the server will break into it and be like, Herobrunner?
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, you can just see Miki's shrine.
Yeah. How to destroy the overworld. 3 easy steps. See some squid there, look. Just to the
No.
right.
But yeah, he's trying to get in through the window.
What?
Patcher is stuck outside.
You can't... Even if they're open, you can't get in through those.
You can't, but he's trying. Is this what happened to Anvil, do you reckon?
Come on, buddy. This way. This way. You don't shove me back.
That's knock hole in it wall.
Hold on.
Dread with that is that we're gonna accidentally chop him.
Yeah. Come on, buddy. You go. There we are.
Besides, where I'm trying to go, they're trying to get in through
Yeah.
windows.
I'm just gonna start carrying this boat all the time for these situations. I should get
Makes sense.
I should get like the palest wood that I can get and like rename it the ambulance or something.
You picked up a birchwood.
Yeah. Oh, morning.
Morning.
Morning. Want some breakfast?
Oh yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. Look at Patrick on diving for it.
Hold on, Patcher. There you go.
He's just stood staring at that window.
Yeah. Uber for lost villages. Oh, he's buying melons now too.
And offer one again. Give me some raid deals.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why he became a farmer again. He's getting stuck in here and then he's away from his job site for a certain length of time.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
They seem to think they can get through these.
Hmm. Oh.
Lou. I need him to refresh his stock.
To be a
So I can sell these pumpkins and make an enormous profit.
shame that I have to take these boards down because I do like the boarded up window kind of thing.
Yeah, it would. I like the shutters.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. Now, if you'd care to restock. Oh, he's leveled up again.
Nope. Yes. I see purples.
And he's restocked. He's leveled up again.
Cake for an emerald.
There's a master now. Oh, I got 3 golden carrots for an emerald.
That is a good deal.
That is a steal, isn't it?
Yeah.
18 cookies for an emerald.
Man.
There's a steal.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
I know I don't really need any golden carrots, but I'll buy 3.
I had access to a deal like that in real life. It would be significantly heavier.
I've still got 90 for a pumpkin. Oh. Carrots, I don't want carrots. Yeah, let's share this bounty with you.
Ooh, thank you.
Welcome.
Good stuff.
Deal.
I'll be right back.
And it's time for me to be finishing very soon.
Yeah.
Overrun because shenanigans. Did you just restart? Did you restart? Did you restart? Did you restart? Ah, I didn't restart. I think you can only restart twice a day.
Yeah.
You've already done it.
Hey man. Hold still for a second, I got some stuff for you. There we go. Go on. No?
Just on the seeds.
Want some seeds?
Are you getting to grow beetroot?
Yeah. Can I pick those up?
Hey, restocked.
Yeah. Now I'll destroy his wheat crop so that he won't be able to grow those. Thanks, Jess. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've had a nice time tonight. And thank you for keeping me company. Or keeping us company.
Jess.
Yeah. And your suggestions on the resurrection chamber as well. It really helped.
It's true. Very easy money. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Loomis, as always, and Miki earlier.
Yeah, thank you for joining me. Yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. It's been good. Hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have. I think we'll
Should we
both
be back on Friday, 1900 GMT?
Yeah. Should be there too for the team stream.
Maybe it's League. Maybe it's something else.
Yeah. Who knows?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Thanks again for being here, everyone. Hope to see you next time. Until then.
The Marie.